this fecker shoots. Ugh. Had enough attacks in the last, like, few hours. Okay, so. I found out something fun. So remember when I put a construction... why am I doing the fingers? You can't see me doing the fingers. But I put, air quotes, construction beacon on my mining ship. Yeah, apparently there's no such thing as a construction beacon. It was a deconstruction beacon, and it removed like 90% of the drill head. So I had to go and fix it all. But got it back. And here's the neat part. Even when I went back and put a repair module on it, which is the thing that repairs stuff, it still deconstructed. So I fixed it, and then it did it again. So I have no idea what's wrong. I've tried resetting the Nanite factory over and over again, but it seems to be stuck in some sort of, like, loop where it can't even build anymore. Like, I have to manually put everything into it, and it'll do one wave of nanites, and then just not work anymore. So try it again. I'll turn that and this back on. And I'm gonna keep my eyes on the drill heads. I swear that thing sends any nanites out after it. I do not want to repair it another time. If it breaks again, I'm gonna just go into creative, remove the nanite factory, and place a new one. That way I don't have to deal with the whole, like, inventory, like, because it takes a lot to build a nanite factory. But anyways, so the reason this stream is called Uranium Fever is because I have mined a whole lot of uranium. Like, the most I have ever seen. Okay, so like, let me give you a little sneak peek here. Let me show you some of these cold hard numbers of. Okay, that's. Okay, maybe the uranium has already been deposited. Hold on a second. Okay. That's concerning. Why is it heading this way? Okay, I'm not seeing any. Oh. Okay. Just going through. Okay, I'll show some of the modifications I made to the base also. Okay, it seems to be working now. Hopefully. But yeah, let me just make sure. Inventory. Uranium ore. There we go, there it is. 355,000 uranium. There's multiple pockets I can go back to. But I had to keep, you work. Actually, let me grab some of that uranium. So Hold on. Okay, so here's something... Something's wrong with the sorting. So I went in and I disabled all... Wait a second. Oh, nards, I know what's wrong. Hold on. So I converted them all over to stone production. Just so we can, like, blaze through all of this. But I didn't set him to do the uranium. Well, let me set this one to do ore. Instead. Well, I think I tried doing ore before, but it just wasn't working for some reason. That one's got it. This one's got it. Yeah, like, the uranium should be in here. like this, it's not. We got some going in here. Because that's to make its way through this. Okay, there's another 80 there. Anywho. So yeah, that's all of that. Alright. I think we're good. Oof, let's see. What else have I done? Alright, yeah, so let me show you the... So, I filled this area in. I'm just gonna make like a landing dock. Restricted this down in size. Added armor around the guns, and now they're like fully fledged base kind of thing. So I'm still working on the walls here, but there's gonna be a ladder here that goes up. And ooh, I gotta show this. So I really wanted to be able to use the interior. So I added these windows to all the sides, and I can put control seats in here. So they're on the outside block, so I have space here. Man, do I love that view. Heavy Corvette. Mining support. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, started working on this too, building it up. And in here, I have finally started the base's hydrogen production. Which, fun fact, this almost got me killed. Because I don't know how this happened. But I placed a hydrogen tank, and somehow wasn't connected to the base. The Nanite factory went out, welded it, marked it as an enemy, and then all my guns started shooting the tower. Let's see if I can find some of the damage. Okay! That was like right over my head. But yeah, right here is where they just bombarded this thing. While I was inside. I swear if you just did that again. Where? He's behind my tower. Do not attempt that shot. That's right. Go back. What are they hitting? I wish you could, like, restrict them so they'd be like, hey, don't shoot backwards. Let's see, what else have I done? I added a gun to the top of here, just to kind of defend it. Just simple 100mm. And then I started finally working on a docking port for my ships and be able to defend them. So, because I want to turn these guns off and refit the whole ship, as I've been wanting to do. Oh. Looks like their shields are going down. Redirect hits. Railguns do seem to be the trick to weaken shields, I think. Oh, yep, shields are down. Oh, they're back up. I should take them back down again. I really love the sound of those, though. 203s. They suck at aiming, but they sound so cool. Anyways, so, the front section here is guarded by double 250 railgun cannons. One on top, one on bottom. And then on the sides are two 100mm. One 100mm in each side. I thought I put another one there. So overall, I feel like the base is pretty well protected. I plan to add more guns on the bottom too, so that way we can have full direction, because I want to be able to be safe at my base. And this thing is good. Since it's so low on ammo, like 90% of the time, it's kind of a pain. And I haven't seen any nanites in a while, so because it still uses the same amount of power, regardless if it's doing anything. So it just eats away at your power when it does nothing. Alright. Yeah, it just doesn't fill its... Assemblers aren't doing anything. And, like, I have the connections. Like, I can pull stuff into it. try this. This usually seems to work. So you take some steel plates, go into here, put them in. Pull all of it in. I don't think we have any small steel tubes. Like a few of those. I didn't put any motors in. Oh, there. See? So you have to like give it like a jump start, but then it purges everything. So it'll send out a wave, and then it dumps everything out. So I think... I'm starting to think that maybe there was an update with the sorting blocks, and that's causing a problem. So our goal today is to refine all that uranium, make sure we have plenty of power. And, oh yeah, I also did this. So I added another layer here, and I encased this thing in heavy armor because I realized if that thing breaks during some fight, the whole progress of the ship is gone. Like, you can't reset it. You'd have to just scrap the whole thing and start over. So we're gonna have to leave that like that. Oh yeah, I also started doing this. So I'm adding perimeter guns that go around. So I'm going to add another 500mm up over here, and I'm going to go have the whole thing go all the way around. But yeah, pretty excited. Ooh, yeah, I also want to show this cool trick I found out. So, my gravity ends right... here. What I've done is that I've gone... So, since my guns love shooting my ships, I found out if I just go under here, since that thing has its own gravity, I can flip it upside down, and then just do another sorter on the bottom, and just shoot them upwards in this smaller one. That'll give them protection from my own guns, and, I don't know, just allow maybe multiple ships to, empty their inventories at once. Let's think of a paint scheme for this. Or like a proper... See, and it broke down. Let me guess, it just emptied its entire inventory. Where'd you get the stone? Weird, okay. Like, I love this thing. It's very finicky. Like, it's... There's a lot of times where it just doesn't want to work. So, system's overflowing. Having a button that you can just press to make something stop is so nice. Ooh, right, I gotta show off the interior gun battery. So we got cargo container, the insides of the turret. I'm gonna turn this into like an actual like crew quarters because I don't really have any of those. Got like a dock working kind of place. And then I started working on this here hangar ship thingy. So this is crooked because I've had to evacuate like 3 times, make emergency jumps. It's got to be a way to like auto align. I feel like I've seen like a lot of like scripts maybe that do that. I don't know. I just feel like my ship would end up crashing into something. It does seem like my factory is continually working. I freaking love that look. Okay, it seems it's to be working now. So while that's doing that, I have been working on carving this out a bit more. I think this thing was like full of rocks last time. That still has plenty of space. Oh, these work. Also, I'm really tempted to attempt to make a spherical station using the sphere generator, gravity generator. Because that just seems really cool. I never realized that's what it did. I thought it just meant like... I thought like the normal gravity generator was like a square, like in its effective radius. I thought the sphere one was just be like, oh, make it a sphere-shaped affected area. No, but it acts like a planet and pulls you down towards it. Which, scientifically speaking, the only way I could think of is to make artificial gravity without a spinning ship. Probably to be a... what I imagine to be like a minuscule man-made black hole. Because, you know, those things have massive amount of gravity. So if you could find a way to, like, produce the warping effect that a black hole makes and condense it down, I feel like that would work. Then again, if, like, black holes are, like, collapsing something, you need that stuff to go somewhere. Or maybe you could just carry around the core of a neutron star in the middle of your ship. Even then, technically, the gravity would have to be placed way below the ship, or else you'd just be pulled to the center of the ship at all times, or wherever it's placed. Interesting problems. Interesting problem. Now. Alright, let's see. I think I was gonna... oh yeah, I was looking at making a connection here. Let's connect to this one. Let's see. That. Could I... actually, no, I could... if I do it like this, I get the 9... If I do it like this, I do ladder on the outside and a 8. That, and I need a one piece. 4 straight. Here and place that. There we go, and that connects to there. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Down here, and then it leads over out here. Nice. Let's see. Put a shower in there. Corridor light. Let's put that. Let's do an intersection. What's the T section? With some windows. And I'll find a way to connect it to the base somehow. Narrow, I like these ones. There we go. Any nanites? Yeah, see, and its inventory is empty, but it's still on. There's no way it worked, and then it just starts emptying stuff out. Okay. Hold on. I'm doing some research on this. Let's see. Space engineers, nanite factory keeps emptying own inventory. Let's see, why won't they do anything? I've tried all the things I can. In fact, 5 years ago. Wow. Sky resources. Wednesday, September 25th, 2024, day 2 of main. Inform Connect. What the heck is this? Then I'm getting. Apparently, not many people have had this problem. Yeah, I'm having some trouble getting IVs out of my crap. Factory issues. See, I'm constructing a ship, and Nanite factory is not helping with construction. I have 2 neat control factories, which both have mostly construction modules, but it says max targets reach and add more. Sometimes works. So how do you? Okay, try turning them on and then reloading your save. I've noticed that having more than one going is too taxing on my PC to handle. Sometimes they're both covering the same area, trying to do the same thing. The Nanite control mod is awesome, but it's not properly proportionate. Not gonna lie, I read Nanite control factory issue, immediately thought he started the. Do you have the construction beacon on this ship? That's old. Has anyone else I've been using it? Oh, this was 5 years ago. That's not gonna help. Oh, hey, Mighty. Isn't Mr. Space? Yep, it's me. I'm trying to do some game repair real quick. Where is workshop? Subscribed items. Yeah, I know it's you. I know what your username looks like. Let's see. Where did Huda, Where and Howda? Best name ever made. It's a pretty good name. It's iconic, even. Rotating. Yeah, I don't need that. There's so many mods here that I haven't touched to being rich. I haven't touched in years. Let's see. Where could it be? Here it is. So how's your day going, Ty? Yeah, it help appears okay, but no nanite blocks are visible. I deleted and very handy with her previous mod construction. Area beacon was removed and mining model changed recently. But area beacon not showing up in the game. Turning off the programmable blocks, which is running the inventories manager, could also work for making the nanites work. Just use the tag for ignoring an inventory as described. I was using. Okay. Hurt brain. Too much words. Going back to game. Oh, I left the game running. I could have died. Okay. So, my other nanite factory's off. Good, I've been in meetings for like the past 2.5 hours, but good now that they're done. Nice. I might have to experience that soon. There's a chance, very slim chance, that I might be promoted to manager at my catering job. Which means I will get to experience the glory of meetings instead of just being a delivery boy. What? It comes with a $15 increase in pay. Well, 15 hours. 15 hourly, not $15 increase. That'd be pretty cool, but I'd be making as much as a rocket scientist. Let's see. Maybe... Is there a... Perhaps there's a drain all function going on right now? Okay, it's putting... That's what I put in there before. So... You're pulling straight from a container. I find how nice government job is. I get 22 an hour at my second job where I work one night a week. Holy cow. That's pretty nice. Let's set this up. Let's have this do the blast doors. Groups. I guess I didn't make a group. What are you doing for your government job again? Call this the bridge class. No, there we go. Let that sunlight in. Here, and we do setup action. Open. Close. It's a group home for trouble. Oh, that one. Okay. I didn't know that was a government one. Close the blast doors. Nice. Okay, so it's kind of working. Some nanites going out. Whew. I wonder why it's prioritizing this, because this is where all the nanites usually go. Yeah, only downside is how many training things you have to attend. Well, like, kind of bad. It does sound like there's a lot of safety that has to be involved in that kind of line of work. My sister, who also works as one of the nurses at one of those places, yeah, she had to go house to house to find a boy who escaped and was potentially armed with a gun. Yeah, that was a fun story to hear. I just realized these are all exposed. See, I think we're gonna need to go for a magnesium run soon. Problem is, it still takes forever to empty out the main drill ship. Cover all these up. But pretty excited for the next few weeks. I actually have no more homework. I have one more final to do, and I am done with the two worst classes mankind has ever made: statistics and accounting. To quote Fives, the nightmares, the visions, finally over. We can't really do that anymore. Go straight to police. Maybe because of that incident recently. Then again, you're in a different state. Was I just lazy, or did they remove that? I seem to be missing a block there. Wait, wasn't I... Metal grids, eh? Yeah, my brother got a bachelor's degree in accounting. I hope you cut him off. Like, honestly, if my... some part of me really hopes my professor doesn't look at my exam recordings from Proctored, because it's literally 90% of it is me insulting him. Hey Cole, how's it going? Like, I kid you not. Like, if you listen to the audio, it is me using every non-Christian-like word to describe my teacher. or in counting in general. Like, I'm just sitting there, like, every time I calm down, like, okay, I got this. I go on to the next question, and then you hear me go, motherfucker, like, you teach this! Like, because he doesn't teach it. It doesn't exist. The amount of times I have 100% in most my assignments, most my quizzes, most my video quizzes, alright? Every time I've gone into an exam, I've had the reaction of, what the heck is this? Every single time with his class. It is inhumane how ill-prepared I am in that class. You guys ever have a class like that, where it's just, you have a teacher that you just despise because they could be a completely nice guy. I've never met the guy, because it's online class. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Unfortunately, though, he's like an accountant, which is like the same as being like a drug lord that sells, you know, like, orphans or something. You know, same system. In fact, I kid you not, I went on a 10-minute tangent during the exam, talking about how drug dealers contribute more to society in a beneficial way than accountants do. Oh, hey, Rodrigo. Did Cole bring you to... Alright, we're up to 3. If we can maintain this, affiliate is on its way. But, yeah, as I mentioned the last stream where I got a bunch of people, if you guys want me to swap to something else, feel free to let me know. Guys. What am I talking about? Okay, so I'm almost done with my accounting class, which I used to think I would love to be an accountant, because, like, I like math. It's cool. Well, certain maths, and I like financial math, because, you know, I want to be an entrepreneur. I like tracking money. I like seeing ways to make money. I like tracking my investments. So I thought, oh, maybe this accounting class would be awesome, and I'll learn so much. Nope, not a chance. I have learned less. Somehow I am dumber now than when I went in there. Like, I know less about financial stability after taking 2 financial classes at that university. Just, the whole thing is just bad. And essentially, I got in the habit, which is why I was talking about before about, like, I really hope my teacher doesn't really check his recordings, because I went on a 10-minute tangent talking about how his father probably left him, and that's why he's an accountant. He should do something more productive with his life, like selling cocaine on the streets. And then I went on this tangent of how, you know, if you think about it, if accountants didn't exist, corrupt people and politicians would have to manage their own money, which they'd give up on being corrupt real quick after that. So I am fully convinced if accountants didn't exist, like, corruption wouldn't be possible, because they wouldn't be able to track their own financial gains. Basically, yeah, like, I kid you not, I feel worse mentally from those 2 classes than anything else I've experienced. Like, high school bullying? Pfft, walk in the park compared to this. Yeah, that's exactly why. Like, there's literally times in the freaking recording where, like, my face is, like, in my hand, so covering my face, I'm going, I swear, just give me an A, and I promise you, I'll never so much as touch a checking account again. I will never, in my life, be an accountant. I'd much rather be a working man working the polls the rest of my life than being an accountant. You know, like, I hear, like, you know, I have some friends who, like, they say that their fathers were, like, firefighters, and they're police officers, and they say they have a high drinking degree because of the stuff they see. I'm convinced that accountants are, like, 10 times worse. Like, I am certain that, like, as soon as you, like, you make your checking account and you walk out that bank, they're cracking open, like, their 3rd bottle of vodka and downing it in 5 seconds. Oh, it's filled up. Okay, it's working. Yay. Like, there is no amount of proof or evidence you could give me to convince me of the contrary. Like, they are just bottom of the rung of society. Like, at one point, I even said, like, I went on this huge tangent also, like, again, I've had multiple exams, so I've gone on a few tangents with my teacher. Basically, how I was saying, accountants are, like, subhuman, where they shouldn't be allowed to vote. Someone who enjoys that kind of broken math is not mentally aware enough of their surroundings to be allowed to affect the other lives of a fellow Americans. I'm sorry, it just should not be allowed. There is no reason for that to be permitted to continue. Or like, so many of the questions in accounting are just like trick questions, wordplay that's trying to deliberately trying to confuse you. Where it's like, if I, like, hold on, let me describe the stupidest concept accounting has ever made, alright? It's square footage. So, from a construction standpoint, that sounds pretty normal, like, oh yeah, the size of a room, right? Apparently, that's how accountants calculate how much money to give to a department. Which is completely the stupidest way to do that. I mean, yeah, it seems maybe smart up front, because like, oh, if a room's bigger, clearly it needs more funding. Well, no, because like, I can think of like 1,000 examples, maybe not right now, but like 1,000 examples. In MLA format, double spaced even, not single spaced, 11 size font, Times New Roman, that, yeah, I did the same thing in after one of my engineering classes, but basically it's just basing it how much money you give to a department based off the size of that department is so blindingly stupid. Oh, that's right, like, yeah, it's dumb. Cause like, for instance, okay, let's say you have a large manufacturing that's doing woodworking, alright? So you have a big saw blade going back and forth, and yeah, relatively easy power thing, one motor thing's going, and you just need the rest of the room to hold the wood. Alright? One machine, rest of the wood. If you have in the other room then, welders in a smaller room to not blind the other workers. The gas production, the welding, the salaries for the workers, because they'll probably be paid higher because they're welding. Because welding is hard. Specialized equipment. All of this in a smaller room would be way more expensive. Not to mention, they also need more resources to go into that small room. Oh, and here's another dumb thing. So I had to calculate balance sheets for like monthly quarter reports. How much did this department spend here? There are different salaries of the same department that don't belong. Like, if you consider the salary, like, for instance, the salary for a manager isn't included in some equations, but the salaries for the workers are, and vice versa. And, like, I see no reason that should be separate. You can say, like, oh, well, technically management's its own thing. It's like, well, no, it's still that department, and separating it just causes a bigger headache. But yeah. I can probably mine while I rant. I can break the rocks with my words. Yeah, it's just a horrendous system. Invented by weirdos and masochists. Oh yeah, I was gonna say this. One of my rants, I said after like a really stupid question was like, when I become dictator of the world, I'm executing all accountants immediately. Accountants and statisticianists, or whatever they're called. Those two have earned my wrath. Straight to the executional boiling room. When I get the time. So, like, maybe after 2 more semesters. It's just inhumane. Hey, don't forget your favorite mod. Alright, you can be like second in command. Or second regional in command or something. But yeah, like, I kid you not, like, no class. Like, I don't even think I'm really describing enough how much I hate this class. Like, okay, let me describe this. I am not a straight A student, but I'm a straight A and B and very, very, very few times a C. But like almost everything I do, I give in class. I've always gone like, oh, give it 100%. This is the best I'm gonna do. I kid you not. As soon as I saw I was guaranteed a C- in the class, which is the bare minimum passing grade for it, I honestly debated just stopping and stop doing everything. It's like I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to look at this. I just want to stop. So I'm in the clear. Like, I literally could not do anything right now to not pass. Besides, I don't know, maybe sending a certainly strongly worded letter to my teacher using the real words of how I think about him. But, drop out. I kid you not, there was a night I was literally hovering my mouse over the dropout button. Like, I did not want to do these classes. Like, they just do not make sense to me. It's like I see how they're useful in, like, you know, air quoting that again. I can see why someone would need an accountant and why someone would need a statisticianist. But for what I want to do, not a chance. Like, no. I have no interest in that stuff. Like, underwater basket weaving would have been a better class to give me than this. Like, I already know I know how to handle my own money. Like, I've already spent, what, like $1,000 on my Spartan armor project? Yeah, that's me being a responsible adult. You know, tracking the costs as they've slowly built up more and more and more until eventually I'm starting to debating if I'm going too far. But I haven't stopped, no, because I'm not a quitter. Accountants would probably quit. You know, that's the problem with accountants. They tell people to stop when they're about to hit big. You know, like, I was at Vegas a few months ago, you know, I was putting my heart and soul into this. I was down to $10 left in my bank account, and my accountant called and said, yo, man, you gotta stop. You know, like a fool, I listened to him. I didn't bet my last $5 on there. I would have made it big if I didn't listen to that idiot. Yeah, what an absolute loser accountants are. Oh yeah, at one point, I think I actually said this. Like, after a really, really frustrating question, I think I just deadpan looked at the camera and just went, you've never experienced the touch of a woman, have you? Like, I kid you not, I am so mad. And as long as he doesn't look at that footage, I should be fine. 90% of gamblers give up before winning big. Exactly. And accountants are the cause of that. If accountants just learned their place, shut up, and then didn't keep encouraging people to... Oh yeah, 90% of the freaking class was managing, like, debt. And I come from a family where, like, you avoid debt at all costs. Debt, no good. Debt, very bad. If you can't afford it now, wait. In an emergency, okay. But if it's not an emergency, for the love of your financial stability or ease of mind, don't get a loan. Because, like, it's all just, like, if this is on, like, if they buy 20,000 items on account, I'm like, then why didn't they just buy it now? It's like, well, because they can't afford it yet, because they have to sell them first. I'm like, no! Buy a few, sell those, keep the savings, and then build up from there. I swear, like, I kid you not, the whole American system is literally built off just debt being circulated around. Like, I kid you not, you have to manage your, like, the people you're selling to's debt at some point. Because you have to make sure, like, they're paying you off. But it's just like, no, just pay the amount that's due up front, and you don't have to do 90% of this accounting with its, like, well, what's it called? Not inflation. How am I forgetting what this is called? It's, my brain is literally fried from this. I literally cannot think of what the word's called. Interest. There we go. Yes, like, the interest of it is just a massive pain. Like, if you just buy what you can afford, you don't need an account interest. Yeah, thank you. It's just so mind-numbingly annoying. How about we all go live in a forest? I think it'll be easier. I kid you not, my dad's looking at buying some land right now. And I'm fully debating just living on it. Like, I think I could, like, just going out and living in the mountains. But my dad's pretty excited about this land, though. It's pretty cool. I had to bring up my complaints about him buying the land a little bit. Where I'm like, I had to like look at my parents, and it's so weird for me to be the one to say this. You shot my ship! What are you doing? Pull up, he's gonna shoot again! This is why I'm building the underground part, because you shot my ship like 8 times. I like living in the boonies, no neighbors, so I can be as loud as I want when I want. Yeah, I can finally live my dream of being a rage tuber. Almost destroyed the cargo, and you almost blew up a hydrogen tank. You just stop shooting my... Stop! Stop! What is wrong with all of you? Stop! Oh my gosh, you almost blew up the reactors! Why? I bet there was an accountant in that gun. You just shot the ship again! Friendly Stop! It is shooting in between my dummy thick hydrogen tanks. Stop doing this! We need enemy fire. All we have is friendly. Good enough. Basically, that was like... Why? Who benefits from this? What communist leader put them up to this? Motors, construction, steel. Cheap views on, oh boy, Bafamaja cheap game. Your ships? No, our ships. Thank you, Rodrigo. I swear that one message, I've been getting that a lot. I hate. Good job, Rodrigo. Banish him to the Shadow Realm. Here I am, ranting about how life is going to be easier now that I don't have to deal with accounting anymore. And then in comes Mr. Shoots like a lunatic. He's pretty quick on it. What's doing my view? Shut up. Let's see, display. Okay, and you need large steel tubes. Oh, they blew out an entire hydrogen tank. Do they... Oh, gosh. They broke so much of my ship. Why? What is your major malfunction? There's a giant fucking hole in the side of my ship. You ever want to cry, but at the same time you're just so amazed at the outcome at the same time that your body doesn't know what to do? That's how I am right now. Like, I genuinely do not have the mental fortitude. They broke a connection point. I mentally... See, I don't want 2 clicks to ban someone. I mentally do not want to deal with this right now. One holes in my bleemin' ship. Okay. They almost shot my, gravity generator. You know how expensive those things are in this economy? Very. I should know, because I've made my fortune selling them. You know what will improve your mood? The most relaxing game, Elden Ring game. I don't know, maybe. Because, like, problem with Space Station is, I absolutely love this game. Sometimes, that love doesn't feel reciprocated. Okay, you know what? We have reactors. I think it's time we upgrade this thing to heavy armor. By the way, Ko, I are working on a project. I'll draw a character and he will write the backstory. I posted the line art and art. Want to check it out? Okay, you're connected. But yeah, I think it's time we just made some changes around here. Alright, we gotta get the Nanite factory on so we can actually do some actual repairs. I am calm. Like the tides rolling off the back of a sea turtle. I am most calm. I'm the calmest anyone has ever been. But it almost fucking blew up my ship! Do you have any idea how long this thing took? Literally, my YouTube channel is like 90% updates on that ship. And it almost got blown up by friendly fire. Which there was nothing friendly about that fire. Steel. Like, wanna know what's like even causing like more stress about this? My Spartan armor chest piece cracked in half yesterday while I was working on it. And I had to like redo the whole chest seam. I have to next weekend I have to go and rebondo the whole front chest piece because it broke the seam. You would cause me a lot of... How about you? Real fight? I am fighting myself here. I'm fighting my inner demons every day. I do not need to deal with your tiny little engineer welder little manhood. Cause you keep going, yeah, come fight me, prove me I'm your man, I'm a big engineering threat guy. Look at me, I have ships that use stupid scripts to do fancy schmancy attacks. I guarantee you, I bet this guy, Ember Commander, yeah, 100%, he's an accountant. "100%, they're accountants. They're in league with each other. They're like a pest on society." Fine. Sea turtles. Just kind of running around blindly right now. I don't know, Ty. Would you be free for some co-op Elden Ring? The enemy is an accountant. Okay, I want to see... Okay, plot idea. The time I was reincarnated into a new world, except I was previously an accountant and I F up the world. Alright, full name. So we get our isekai protagonist, right? Average... He seems like an average, likable Japanese man, right? He dies of mysterious circumstances. We don't know. Add some mystery to the game. Or not, to the world, right? We don't know what killed him. We know something killed him. Like, doubly killed him. He gets to his new place, right? And he goes up to the king as he's, you know, reincarnated. Like, "Oh, are you the hero of swords or something?" And he's like, "Huh, I'm a hero on the calculator, sir." And then he takes over as the treasury of the kingdom. And then he just f***s everything up. Like, he goes up to the king, and the king's like, we must defend the eastern fronts from the dragon attacks. But then the accountant goes, yeah, that's not in the budget. Like, I'm looking at our quarterly reports here, and unfortunately, the dragon ate like 16% of our managers, and since their salaries are separate, because, well, you see, King, the square feet of the garrison here is actually lesser than the square feet of the peasants' crapping hole. So clearly, we need to give more funding to that. And so, he puts all of the king's money into the peasants' crapping hole because it's so big. Alright, and the peasants are pretty happy. They're happy about that. But the guards, the knights, the basic infrastructure of the kingdom just collapses. Alright? And then he just dies of cancer. That's the story. What do you think? Oh, and then at some point, some busty elf girl bumps into him, and she just, like, slaps him and moves on. Like, there ain't no first love. Everyone knows elves can see accountants from a mile away, alright? So, like, not only that, like, it's forbidden for an elf to even touch an accountant. So she's now banished from her elven kind because she so much as grazed his physical body. And so now she has to leave, and her life's ruined now because of him. But she eventually finds a nice guy and settles down. Maybe a nice mercenary, I don't know. A really cool-looking mercenary with a cool faceplate. Of course, everyone knows. Except the king, he didn't know. Oh, looks like the refineries. Let's see. No. Cobalt, you go in the last, because you suck at everything. But, oh, we're gonna have so much uranium. Oh! Look at that. 800, almost 1,000. We've really scraped the surface of the amount of uranium we're getting. So good. So good. Alright, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to grab these. Only 50 in here in case I ever need... Actually, no. It's gonna fill up anyways. Another 100 of those. That and 100 of that. Okay. Oh, no. Reactor. Ooh, we kind of got close to running out there. See, like, how much the power the Nanite factory uses, though? It's a lot. Yeah, so what I'm thinking we need to do is, from now on, we need to build up giant walls that go out and go up. Because I think it's having trouble detecting friendlies? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. I think I'm going to do this. So we're going to go in here. Squeeze up. Wait a second. Why are you blushing? Oh, because I hit a 0. And there goes my shield. Fit. Fit. Okay. 500s. Okay. Your range.
No, you didn't. Sucker tried to blame me, but you never paid me. Never. Oh, no, you didn't. Payback is a coming. You will be running forever. Oh, no, you didn't. Until I get my vengeance, I will never end this mayhem. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm a mercenary. You ain't got a prayer. You owe me. Oh.